Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up.
What is up, everybody? John Pep here, Acceleration Fitness, johnpepfitness.com. Now I'm here with your weekly 5 tips to lose weight, gain strength, and get jacked, all right? Now today's gonna be more a little focused towards the strength and getting jacked side. I've done a lot of, I think, weight loss talking and sprinkled in with the strength and getting jacked / bodybuilding stuff. But today I want to cover more of the strength-based stuff because honestly, that's what I love the most. So number 1, your first tip is, and this can be applied to really anything, whether it's the 3 things that I just stated or anything in life, is do what you suck at, all right? So find the things that are your weaknesses that you suck at and do them to get better, all right? So when it comes to gaining strength, if you suck at squatting, you need to squat more and train your hamstrings, your glutes, your abs, your quads. If you suck at benching, hit your triceps, all right? So find your weakness and do more of it and break it down, right? So I know Louis Simmons from Westside talks a lot about finding that weakness and breaking it down, just like I said, you know, to a lower level. So say your squat sucks, break it down to what sucks in your squat, right? So is your core weak? Are you falling forward? You know, are your hamstrings weak? Do you have poor mobility? Do you lack glute strength and power in your glutes? Are you having trouble with hip extension? You know, find those things that you suck at and do them more. And for me, I've been really focusing on lately is squatting, and then on my bench, my triceps, right? So benching, really trying to strengthen my triceps, and then squatting, my hamstrings are weak, okay? So my glutes are pretty strong. My quads are overdeveloped compared to my hamstrings. So I've been really focusing on doing more hamstring work. So that means a lot of glute ham raises, a lot of hamstring curls, you know, sleds, stuff like that, to specifically target my hamstrings. And that kind of can go into programming them in on your extra days. So like, you know, obviously you want to focus on them during your regular main workouts, but then on those extra, you know, recovery rest days where you just maybe do a light workout, maybe do, you know, some ham curls with a band, or go and hit 3 sets on the glute ham raise, you know, something to strengthen the glutes, or excuse me, to strengthen the hamstrings. The glutes too, obviously, they work in unison, but still. Then, sorry about that noise, kind of compressor in the background just turned on, but I'm just gonna keep going because I don't want to reshoot this. So, number 2, kind of playing on that, is hamstrings and glutes. So most people are quad dominant, all right? So most people, your quads are gonna be a lot stronger than your glutes, right? And that's kind of a natural tendency, but we wanna get it as close to even or even more if possible, but good luck doing that. We wanna get it as close to even the ratio of ham and glute strength to quad strength, okay? So, again, that's things like your glute ham raises, your sled drag, stuff like that. Obviously hamstring curls, you know, box squatting, stuff like that. That's gonna, RDLs, deadlifts, that's gonna strengthen, stiff leg deadlifts, that are gonna strengthen your hamstrings and glutes versus just, you know, going to the leg extension or squats, you know, front squats, stuff like that, that are more quad dominated, or I should say close stance squat or front squat, something that's gonna be more quad dominant versus something more glute and hamstring. So that's what I got for number 2. Those 2 kind of go together, but I broke them up. Number 3 is support other gyms. So in the fitness industry, this is kind of more towards trainers and people who are deeper into the fitness industry. Support other gyms that hold the same ideals and training philosophies, you know, and just basically the same ideas and morals as you do in your gym, okay? So yeah, obviously you probably don't want to support the gyms that are right down the road from you, right? Because that's your competition. But still, in other cities, in other regions, in other states, you know, support those gyms that are you know, representing the same idea and philosophies that you do, okay? Because that's just going to help more people, and that's what we're in it for, right? So, for example, Iron Valley Barbell, Zach Havel down in Indianapolis, right? You know, I've kind of followed him and met him a few times to talk to him, and you know, he supports the same ideas. He teaches the same things that I believe, right? And that I want my clients here, our clients here, to know. So Same with Old School Gym down in Ohio, in Columbus. Those guys, Corey and Coach Myers, Gutcheck, you guys and everybody else there, you guys are representing those same ideals as I want to represent, right? So, and those people aren't competition to Acceleration, right? Acceleration, we're in Auburn Hills, Michigan. They're in Columbus and over in Indianapolis. So that's a totally different region. Obviously the clients are gonna be way different. So there's no competition there. So we just need to support each other and find other gyms like that you agree with their ideas and the people who run them and the trainers there, and support them, support each other. You know, wear their t-shirts, support them on social media. You know, give them a shout out, tag them and stuff, comment on their stuff, like their stuff, watch their stuff, you know, because we're all into this together. We're all trying to help each other, all right? That's number 3. Now we got number 4, get in, get out, and train with intensity, all right? You're not supposed to be in the gym for 9 hours a day, right? That's stupid. Sorry, Rich Piano, with your 8-hour arms. That's ridiculous, all right? Get in the gym, get out, get on with your life. Get those other things that you need to get done for the day, all right? And then that comes with training with intensity, all right? So when you're in this gym, or when you're in the gym, in the weight room, whatever you're doing, train hard, train fast, get your phone out of there. Don't be texting people, Snapchatting, Facebook, and Instagram. There's a time for that outside of the gym, all right? When you're here to train. You're here to get your workout in, you're here to get better, increase your strength, lose weight, whatever your goal is, that is your goal. Not to text your friends, not to Snapchat people, not to check what's on Instagram, not to check what's on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's here to train and improve yourself. So when you're here, get in, get out, get it done, all right? Number 5, seek out knowledge every day, but don't go overboard, okay? There's a lot of people, I feel like, that, you know, they ingest so much knowledge about a subject, no matter what it is, whether it's training, nutrition, you know, business, this or that. But then there's so much they're bringing in, they can't do anything with it because they just took in way too much, right? It confuses them, right? So it's kind of like that thing where the more you know, the less you know. So the more you know of a subject, the deeper you get, the more confused and just the less you know, quote unquote, right? So it confuses you because you have all this information coming in. You know, this guy says to do this lady says to do this successful person says to do this. What do you do, right? So find something that someone had success with, you know, learn from it, take what you need. Obviously you're not gonna copy them, do what you do, and kind of pull from different people, but don't go overboard and get overwhelmed and not do anything with it, okay? So the knowledge that you take in does nothing unless you do things with it, okay? Unless you're practicing it daily or, you know, whatever, weekly, whatever it happens to be. If you're applying it to your training, if you're applying it to your nutrition, if you're applying it to, you know, your business or your school, whatever it is, you know, seek it out, but remember, don't seek out so much that you confuse yourself and get overwhelmed and end up not doing anything with it, because that's just a waste of time, and that time could be better spent elsewhere, right? So that's all I got for you this week, guys. Make sure you check out johnpathfitness.com, on the Instagrams at johnpathfitness, email jpathfitness.com, it'll all be listed below. Hit subscribe, share, whatever you gotta do. Chase it. Let's go, let's kill the week.